Hello, gentlemen. Today I'm going to show you the best coverage defense in the entire game. Now, this is something you can start the game out in, and it's going to be both safe and effective because you're probably not going to give up very big gains when you run this. And then also, most people just don't know how to attack this effectively. But before I get into it, just a quick announcement that I did update my Oregon offense last night. So if you guys are a member of acemadden.com, go check out all of these new setups. These are going to be very effective versus pretty much every coverage in the game. Then we also have some passes that we can use down there in the red zone as well, instead of just spamming Wildcat. So go check that out if you're a member. If you're not and you're interested, acemadden.com, use code DUCKS for 25% off. You'll gain access to all of our schemes. Now let's get into it. Okay, so the formation I'm going to break down today is going to be 3-3-5 penny. So I'm in the 3-3-5 tight playbook. But I do want to mention that that's not the only formation that you can do this out of. I will talk about that more in a second. For now, let's go ahead and focus on penny. And the play call that we're going to use is going to be Tampa 2. And let me just find a good play call. So we'll just do high-low dig. And the setup is very simple. All we're going to do is show blitz, so wire triangle, and then RB. And then we're going to put the left side safety into a third to the left. So double tap wire triangle, and then put Y on a outside third left, so left stick to the left. You are then going to put your slot cornerback on an inside third. That's one of the perks of coming out in a formation that is 3-3-5. You do have access to these extra adjustments or unique adjustments from the slot cornerback position. So we're going to do left stick up for middle third for the slot cornerback. And then we're going to do outside third to the right for the safety on the right, which is A. That's going to be right stick to the left for outside third right. And this is what your coverage shell is going to look like. Now, the reason this is so good is this inside third from the slot cornerback does not get beat deep. So let's go ahead and watch how he plays this seam streak. And he's just very, very good. Like, he's going to defend seam streaks from the slot receiver, from the tight end, and he's just not going to get beat. That's kind of what makes the coverage really, really good. But then we also have these thirds on the outside that are going to protect the sideline. So let's say we shade our coverage down. And let's say both of these outside receivers were on like a streak or something. They are going to defend these actually pretty well. Instead of a deep half would get beat. So having these thirds on the outside is a big deal. It allows you to really effectively protect these sidelines. So basically having these safeties in thirds is going to be better than your outside cornerback being in thirds. And then there's other good things about this coverage as well. So let's talk about the thirds one more time. I'm going to shade my coverage down and we're going to play the flats aggressively. What you're going to see is the outside third is going to go ahead and defend this C route. Sometimes he might catch it, but the fact is he's still there. And we're now effectively playing aggressively in the flats, preventing checkdowns to the flats, and still kind of protecting the deep sideline. Like, yes, he might catch that, which not ideal, but, your guy's there at least to make the tackle immediately. And in some cases, if you have a good click on, you might have a chance at the ball. So you are kind of getting the best of both worlds there. And then another good thing about this coverage is that your flats are on the outside, so they cannot be out leveraged. They are the furthest ones out. So let's say we do put an actual zig here on the slot receiver. If you check it down to this guy, he's going to come up and make the tackle. Like, that's only a 5-yard gain. We can live with that. So it's a very kind of good and advanced bend but don't break defense. It's not going to stop every route combination on the field, but a lot of people aren't going to know how to effectively attack this. And the thing I like about it is you can just shade your coverage down. So if you don't like using zone drops, it's too much work for you. Like I just showed you a second ago, you can just shade your coverage down. And now we're playing hard flats on the outside, and we also have a shaded down hook zone on the left. Then you can just kind of defend all of this right here. So it's just a very effective coverage. And you can also send 3 sometimes too. So if you want to blitz your user, maybe put the other linebacker on a vert hook. So we're now shaded down, and we just play above these vert hooks. So another thing you can do. So just like this. So I'm definitely a big fan of this coverage. This is something that you should be mixing in if you have one of these formations. And again, I'm in penny, but if you have 3-3-5, any kind of 3-3-5, you should be able to do it. So, mint, if you guys have access to mint, that's one that you can do it out of. I'll go ahead and show that in just a second. 4-2-5, big nickel over G, or I think it's just called 4-2-5 over G. I've done a breakdown on that formation as well. You can do the middle third from the slot cornerback in that formation, but I'll show you, you can do it out of mint. It's gonna be the same thing. So you have these unique adjustments from your slot cornerback. We'll put them on a middle third here, put your safeties into thirds as well. And there you go. You're now playing a inverted cover 3. That's really what it's called. It's in ways a Tampa 2, in ways it's a cover 3. The fact is, it's just a very effective coverage. A lot of people aren't going to know how to effectively attack it. Anyways, that's going to be it for the breakdown. Hopefully this helps you guys out on defense. Now, if you guys have any questions or you guys want to see anything in upcoming videos, just let me know in the comment section. I will definitely answer. And then if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. I'm posting daily tips to help you get better at College Football 25. See you guys in the next one.